Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where once again we will be continuing our English campaign to rule over the waves. And we start off with a very small border patrol, a small border skirmish to get into things. 3 of my light cruisers versus 2 enemy heavy cruisers. My ships are led by the Enterprise, and the Sunrise and the Falmouth are behind her. If the Sunrise decides to start up her engines, that is. I am fully confident that my light cruisers are able ships and they can defeat the Germans. Let's take a look at the Enterprise. 5 inchers, 3 on the front and 4 in the rear. And the secondary battery is some 3-inch guns. The Sunrise and the Falmouth are not the same actually. The Sunrise is the same as the Enterprise, but the Falmouth is an older ship from the looks of it, with only 4 5-inch guns, and none are able to fire directly forwards. Some 4.9 secondaries and 3.9 well, tertiary battery, I suppose. It should make for a relative quick fight, I reckon. My ships do have the firepower advantage, because these heavy cruisers, well, yeah, they're not cutting it anymore. Let's switch to high explosive fire, please. And come on, burn her down. And if you hit the second one, even better. Ooh, main tower damage. Very nice, very nice. Enterprise, turn in slightly. You know what, let's target the secondary ship for a moment here. Right now, I think that's her formation leader, so let's make her regret that, shall we? Enterprise, turn in. Soon my smoke will run out. That will be unfortunate. Let's go for some automatic ammo selection. Let's see what happens. We have a better angle on the second cruiser, so let's swap around. Destroy the secondary gun, cause some flooding. Very nice, very nice. A ricochet. Oh, is someone using armor piercing, perhaps? No. They all decided to remain with the high explosive rounds. Ooh, that's some serious engine damage. And as you can see at the penetration, very smart of the AI to use high explosive rounds. There is no way we can pen this. Ever. Damage to one of my main guns. That is unfortunate. What happened? One of my 5-inchers has taken a hit. Nothing too serious though. Damage to the secondary tower. And I can smoke up again. So you see me? And now you don't. And oh dear. That looks painful. Let's zoom in for a moment, shall we? Yeah, some nice holes on the side of the ship. The other side, well, can't see it anymore. She's listing badly. In fact, she just went down. Oh, all 521 crew members lost. The other cruiser attempting to rescue them, but she might need rescue herself very soon. For her situation is dire. So yeah, heavy cruisers, early heavy cruisers, they're just, no, not really my thing. While it's fun to just add a lot of armor to them, like I did in my earlier episodes, they're simply outgunned so much. Especially with these slightly more modern light cruisers. They got plenty of firepower to just wreck those heavy cruisers. So yeah, let's speed this up, shall we? And I'll be right back. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cruisers gone. The second battle that came up is a convoy battle. 2 enemy cruisers, 22 knots each, versus 2 ships of mine. I'm gonna see if I can get the convoy ships. Ooh, enemy is to the south. Oh man, how far away are you? 23 kilometers. I guess I missed the reinforcement signal there. This is gonna be tricky. I had hoped to use my cruiser to draw the enemy fire. But look at the distance. Oh man. Well, there we go. Enemy has spotted me. Smoke up, smoke up, smoke up. Go, 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 go. Stay away from those cruisers. And turn again. Yeah, they lost sight of me. Perfect. Slightly turn in. Now let's find that convoy. All other objectives are secondary. Of course, this is my gunboat. The Vendetta. You make me happy while the skies are grey. Now, convoy. Should be pretty close. Yes. And cruiser is 30 kilometers away. Oof. Gonna slow my gunboat down a bit and open fire, all guns. Let's blast this convoy to Kingdom Come. Bang! Of course, keep in mind that the enemy cruisers are on my heels, so let's increase speed again. I want to sink a few convoy ships at least, but I am slightly worried. Only 1 ship. I don't have a lot of armor, though I have more armor on my superstructure than the average AI ship has. So who knows? Maybe she'll do fine. This appears to be the rear of the... How the hell did you get that damaged? Did you guys see that? I'm confused here. Anyway, this appears to be the rear of the convoy. So yeah, let's work our way forward, shall we? Guns. Fire. Come on. Bring her down. In the meanwhile, my cruiser, I don't know, are you doing anything? No, nothing shows up yet. Oh, not too close, not too close. Because, you know, getting too close to a transport might be dangerous. For the transport. Oof, I'm going so fast that my guns have issues getting on target. Light cruiser, move in towards these transports that my destroyer missed. You're a dead ship afloat. Yes, down to the bottom you go. I was gonna say dead man walking, but yeah, it didn't work. 5k damage, looking good. I need 1 or 2 more floodings, please. 1, 2. Yeah, she's done for. Switch targets. There she goes. Most of the convoy has been sunk. Cruiser is still around 23 kilometers out. Who needs cruisers anyway, when you have awesome looking gunboats? Oh, the transport ships surrender due to high casualties. With a 3% floatability and a 2% structure remaining. Nice. I don't think I ever had a transport surrender to me yet. Very nice, very nice. Oh, that was a big boom. What happened to you? Well, I believe... No, we did not kill the entire convoy yet. Of course, we missed some ships back there. Let's see if we can find those ships again. And look, in the far distance, my cruiser, the Juno, is showing up. Yeah, 22 kilometers. Hello, I missed you. Hello, warship. Smoke up, please. Nice to know where those warships were. They decided not to save the proper convoy, but to remain in the rear and guard the damaged ships. I'm not sure I would have made the same decision. And, man, one of my 4-inchers went down. Well, the convoy has been destroyed. Then I have 2 cruisers remaining. I wonder how well my destroyer will do taking on those cruisers. Ooh, you lost all your ammo. Sucks to be you, mate. Really frustrating that I lost the gun on the barbette, though. I would have preferred losing one of the guns that wasn't on a barbette. But it should be fine. There she goes. We killed the entire convoy with a single gunboat. Now let's see what damage we can do to a cruiser. The Vendetta is on. 17 kilometers out for my light cruiser. The enemy has spotted me and I have spotted you. And my guns are pointed in the right direction, so look at the firepower. That cruiser has taken massive damage and she's going down. Look at that. Look at that. Will she survive? Yes, she does. Barely. Can I get a few? Oh, she is gone. Look at that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I like destroyers. And one day soon, hopefully, my other destroyers, armed with the torpedoes, will be more useful as well. I really wonder when the main range increase for the torpedoes will come up. So far, the range increase has been fairly limited. So I'm always a bit hesitant to put some research effort into it. But really I should add some more. Now, let's finish off the enemy, shall we? Once again, the ship refuses to fire until all guns are turned. Once more, I could complain about it, but yeah. Been there, done that. Now, I'm skirting the edge of their torpedo range. I'm not gonna fire my torpedoes though, and I'm not gonna get hit by him either. Yeah. It is that I like my light cruisers, otherwise I would disband them. I mean, look at it. My destroyers can do the same job. Stationary targets. So this torpedo will either miss or be a dud. And it's a dud, ladies and gentlemen. The more things change, the more they stay the same. We are 10 kilometers out with our light cruiser. She will soon be in weapons range. Come on, destroyer. You gotta finish her off before the light cruiser joins in. Can you do it? Guns, rotate, rotate, rotate. Stop moving. The ship. Open fire. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Side turrets were still rotating. Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on. Do not allow that light cruiser to join in. Yes! 122k damage has been done. 115k of that was mine. None of that, I think, was my light cruiser. Nice. Also means that the minor damage that I saw on one of the transports was friendly fire from the enemy cruiser, I guess. A very nice battle. And what do we have here? A light cruiser and some torpedo boats versus my light cruiser and destroyers. My destroyers are all gunboats. Their torpedo boats ain't. Also fascinating to see ships from the Austro-Hungarian Navy in the North Sea. Feels odd. Also feels like they're gonna die. Full speed ahead. Light cruiser, I'll see you on the flip side. Let's get in with my torpedo boats first. My, well, gunboats, pardon me. Okay, let's turn in. Light cruiser, turn in as well. Okay, still says he should go straight ahead according to the AI. We are getting closer rapidly. The speed is down to 5, so turn, smoke up, open fire, enemy light cruiser. Let's kill her, shall we? Not sure what kind of light cruiser this is just yet. 85%. Slowly getting the detection up. Okay, look at that. 4.1-inch guns. No superstructure, hardly any armor. In fact, look at that. 0.3 and 0.4. Mine's better. Also, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? Torpedo dodge. Okay, never mind. That was on me, that failure. Too focused on the light cruiser there. However, Norman, you may detach from your formation. And come on, you can take her. Yes, she has higher caliber guns. I got more. And lizards join in as well. You know what? All destroyers. Focus fire on the Greif T-35. While the Norman continues to poke the other one. My ships have finished their turn. My light cruiser is also in range. Very good. We have some damage on the enemy light cruiser and yeah, some damage on their torpedo boats. So far, looking good. One of them is going down. Second one is going down, and the third one is down as well. Well, in a second anyway. That was quite fortunate, to be honest. Their torpedoes only have, what, 15 inch? No, 16. Oh. I completely forgot that they could show up at the rear of my ships. I expected the enemy torpedo boats to follow their cruiser. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. Of course, be advised, there is still one more torpedo boat remaining. A bit of a waste of the Norman. Guess she'll be out of action for the next 2 months or so. But it can't be helped. The Austro-Hungarian Navy is gonna lose their escort ships this way. And I like aggressive torpedo launches, please. Hit her. Ah, barely. But, yeah, it was a miss. Come on, come on. Turn away. Come on. Get her to fire. No. Ah, she's launching on the other one, but... horrible failure. Enemy cruiser is over there, okay. Nice to know. It's one of the other things that I find weird about smoke screens. Why would the AI activate a smoke screen right now? All it does is show me where the cruiser is, and she's not spotted. She's not taking fire. Neither is a single ship of her division. As far as I know, these are 2 different divisions right now. So yeah, why? Whoa! What happened there? That was an awesome shot by the AI. 760 damage, yep. Enemy torpedo boat has neutralized my second gunboat. She's paying for it with her life though. Flash fire. This is the weirdest flash fire ever. Okay. Well, something blew up. Duh. She has no more ammo. Yeah, 3 rounds remaining. Don't see a lot of guns remaining on her. Only 1 gun remained. Yeah, that looks painful. Well, enemy cruiser is running. 2 of my torpedo boats are damaged, so let's break off, go home. 4 enemy ships destroyed. Light cruiser has taken light damage of the enemy, so she's out for a month. My cruiser is intact. My torpedo boats will pretty much all be in dock for a month, I reckon. Let's see. 1 month, 1 month, and 1 month. And medium damage on their cruiser, so 2 months. Oh, better than expected. Then, let's see, 2 light cruisers versus a heavy and 2 lights. And 2 versus 2. You know what? How about we gamble again today? I feel like I'm in a gambling mood. Auto-resolve. Sunk a cruiser. 3 of mine badly mauled. But hey, I won. This one, though. I think I'm gonna lose a ship here. Let's see. Ooh! I did not lose any ships. I sank some transports. It's a shame you can't see how many transports you sank here. That would really help, especially for the auto-resolve. And yeah, 2 ships badly damaged. Oh my. That wasn't the best of auto-resolves. No matter though, no matter. Battleships. Yes, please. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. It's only the Germans after all. Okay, research. 1 month until we have new machineries. We have the new gun layout. And we have the 9-inch Mark III guns. We don't know what the small guns will be, so cruiser and yeah, let's keep it at this for 1 turn. Get my engine tech. The British Empire blockades the German Empire. Surprise! I just moved a few battleships to the North Sea. The Germans are desperately asking for a peace treaty. I'm inclined to give it to them. But we're gonna blow up these ships first. A head flank. You guys. Then these 3 may join up. Those 2 may join up. Stop dodging. Start sailing. Jupiter, Nelson, and the Dreadnought herself are in the lead of this formation. I'm going to take a risk this game. Assuming the Germans will sign a peace treaty, it's acceptable to take that risk. My ships will just charge in, no matter the consequences. This is the decree by the captain of the Jupiter, and as the entire fleet knows, the Jupiter, and Jupiter's captain to be precise, is an idiot. However, she is in the lead of the formation, so the entire fleet must do what she says and charge in. Of course, we can change our targeting priorities, and that will be quite useful in this situation. This ship is the first that needs to go. It needs to go like right now. Light cruiser, and of course that light cruiser has no torpedoes. Oh, look at that. The H-class cruiser has no torpedoes. I think we're close enough now, aren't we? 2.4 kilometers and a flash fire on the H-class, so she's a goner. Even from a distance, it looks good. Second enemy heavy cruiser has taken heavy fire. The H-class actually survived, much to my surprise, unlike this heavy cruiser. Let's finish off the H-class with our secondaries while our mains continue to pound the enemy heavy cruiser. And then we have a battleship to catch. Hello, battleship. How do you do? I mean, hi. You're doomed. All battleships, armor-piercing rounds with all guns. Let's see what happens. I think that the 947 is a goner. Now let's turn in. So we have her surrounded on 3 sides. She will have nowhere to go. You know, I'm almost tempted to just turn my guns off and just circle around her. For the sake of a screenshot? Huh. Tempting. Oh, so tempting. Ah. Shouldn't have waited if I really wanted it. But then again, speeding this up is also a good thing. Light damage to one of my battleships. And one of my ships has low crew. Click. Low crew, where are you? It's a yellow one. There we are. Yeah, she took a lot of damage before. 300 crew members. Ouch. That's quite a loss. Talking about a loss. It seems I have to defend my convoys. And I got a nuke a convoy. I think I'm gonna do them off screen though, so yeah, I'll be right back. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, the Germans decided not to surrender. The war continues. So yeah, here we are, back at it again. One of my convoys is under attack by 2 enemy torpedo boats. And I have 1 destroyer to protect the convoy with. Shouldn't be too hard, but since it was such a cute little fight, I decided, you know, to just go for it. It's really frustrating. I really wanted to end the war with the Germans and then, you know, have 2-3 more episodes to finish off the Italians and the Austro-Hungarian Navy, and then call this campaign a success and call it a day, really. But sadly, it was not to be. The enemy is closing, or I'm closing on the enemy, but it's not going very fast, so back in an iffy. So, nothing really much happens. The enemy decided to stay away and run away. Why attack the convoy in the first place? If you do that, one might wonder. Next up, 3 heavy cruisers versus 3 light cruisers. Once again, I don't think the enemy will fight, but we shall see. In the meanwhile, while this is running in the background, I suppose we can talk about future plans. Soon, TM, I hope the 1.09 update of the game will release. And when it does, then of course I hope I'll be able to finish this campaign. Although, at the rate of recording that I have right now, I fully expect to be finished with this campaign before the 1.9. At least I hope. So if it does come out, I hope I can finish my English campaign. But if I'm unable to, then I won't shed any tears either. I've had my fun with this campaign, but, well, yeah, like I said earlier, the advantages I'm having compared to the AI, well, they're pretty big as it stands. So I might not go all the way up to the 1940s with this campaign itself. But what then? One might ask. Well, quite simple. In the 1.9 update, we see that there are 5 new nations coming up. And some of them I'm really interested in, others not so much right now. So the new nations that come out, for those of you that do not know, will be the United States of America, the Russian Empire, the Empire of Japan, the Spanish Empire, and the Chinese Empire. And my new campaign will either be a United States campaign or a Japanese campaign. To be honest, the Spanish and the Chinese, I have like zero interest in those nations. Yeah. Go back and make a game about the 17th century or something and I'd play Spain all the way. But not really interested in that nation in this day and age. However, the Japanese are something that I'm really interested in. I really like their ship designs. Same with the United States of America. I'm really looking forward to that as well. I'm also looking forward into the enemy light cruisers not killing my heavy cruiser. Thank you very much. Gee. So yeah, I'm gonna start a Japanese campaign and a United States campaign. The Japanese campaign will be somewhat akin to this English campaign, I reckon. Getting guns up a bit and then focus on a lot of smaller ship types. The destroyers, the light cruisers, heavy torpedoes. That's what I want to go for. And the United States campaign, I want to try a very balanced approach with that campaign. But I haven't really worked out the details yet. It would be fun if I could record both campaigns at the same time, but if not, then I'm gonna be a bit creative with the save files and make sure that I can actually launch both campaigns at once. So yeah, that about the future plans. The Chinese and the Spanish Empire, well, don't expect me to play them in a campaign. And, well, the Russian Empire, I don't know, maybe in half a year or a year or so, when the Russians stop being annoying in Ukraine, then I might play them again. Until then, I'm boycotting the Russian Empire. It's as simple as that. It's not much, I know, but it's something. Back to the game. Back to the game here and now. We see that we're still an advanced nation. 152 ships. The Germans are down to 12 ships. Come on, surrender already. There is literally nothing they can do to me anymore. Not that they ever could to begin with, but hey, you know what I mean. Double hulls, yes please. Let's enter turn. No, because there is a torpedo boat moving in. So I want to intercept it. A Tigress, sure. And a Nelly. You know what? 2 Tigresses and a Nelly to intercept. And there are 2 torpedo boats moving here. You know what? 1 light cruiser should be enough to deal with those. And my battleships. Let's send 8 battleships to the Mediterranean, please. And the other battleships, I should have another group of 4. Yeah. Oof. They're all still pretty much banged up. Well, that is unfortunate. Now, be kind. No, we're not kind. We ran into a battleship. 9 enemy warships remaining, and I still have a battleship. Well, I'm going to... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. This is going to be interesting. Well, anyway, back to it. While this runs in the background, I'm going to continue talking about the 1.9 update, pardon me, and my plans. One of the things that interests me most about the 1.9 update is not necessarily the new nations, although I'm really looking forward to playing them. I've been playing a lot of German campaigns, a few English campaigns, and I'm just tired of them. I would love to see a new nation being added in the campaigns. Anyway, one of the things that interests me most is the ship construction flaws that will be added. The ships may have various minor or major defects when building them, and you can overcome them if you invest in construction technologies. I find that a very fascinating idea, and I'm quite curious to see how it will be worked out eventually. Same with the mines and the recon rating for the ships. I'm quite curious to see how it will work out in practice. The theory looks nice. I'm not gonna read it all out. I mean, you can see it for yourself. Don't be lazy. Come on. So yeah, that's something that really interests me. Let's see, is there anything else? A more detailed map movement and fuel system, of course, is quite interesting. Campaign munition will no longer be free. That's really frustrating, because I like having extra ammo on my ships, so yeah, it will be expensive. Not to mention, of course, that, well, you know, free port capacity and the distance from your ports will affect ammunition things as well, so I'm quite curious to see how it will work out in practice. Of course, the task forces will gain some new missions as well, and I really look forward to those. You know, tell some ships that they should be defending certain waters, things like that. I really look forward to it. I think that can really add to the game. In the meanwhile, let me guess, we had a dud? No, we actually have a flooding. Look at that. Who needs battleships anyway? The refit time becomes more detailed. Yeah, sure, nice, I suppose. Especially when you want to fill up some time during a stream and you want to talk about it, but otherwise, not too interested in it myself. We will get the multiple save files for the campaign, so hurrah, don't have to be creative. Like I said earlier. Engine vibrations, which may affect the ship's accuracy. I don't know, it would be something, I guess, for submarines. Of course, those are only in the strategic map, sadly enough. But yeah, adding even more debuffs to your screen. Is it really necessary? I don't know. I'm not sure it will increase the enjoyment people have for the game. But hey, we will see. We will see. Let's go into it with an open mind. Shell splashes, accuracy effect, gun recoil effect, updated ship physics. Yeah, great. Engine efficiency is more important. Yeah, well, nothing really new there. I mean, sure, having your engine not at 100% efficiency will make you slower. Yeah. Overall, I've always tried to get around 100% anyway, so I don't really care. We will have some new hulls. The USS Maine will be added with some variants for earlier ships. That is very nice. Some small balance changes have been announced as well. Well, by the time this launches, you have all read it a lot, so I'm not going to go into those, but yeah, some really nice changes coming up. For the record, yeah, this episode has been recorded on the 10th, so yeah, it will be another month or so, month or two even, before this actually launches, so it's a bit behind times. Lol. In the meanwhile, my ships are just picking apart this battleship. It's kind of sad, really. She did 1 damage to me. Yes, 1 damage. I did 12k. Job done. And with that, I believe the end of this episode is upon us. I'm gonna hit the end turn and call it a day there. So thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.